بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد, my brothers and sisters, that boat at the back is a crab boat. They go out in the morning, they bait the crab traps in the night and they go out and collect them in the morning. So crabs and lobsters, that's what they do. We're talking about the issue of sin, of getting used to sin, getting used to the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us, Allah didn't send us to get used to His disobedience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us to stop His disobedience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about us as the Muslims, Allah said, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas ta'muruna bil ma'rufi wa tanhawna 'anil munkari wa tu'minuna billah. In Surah Al-Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you are the best of people and you have been sent for a purpose. We are not the best of people because of ethnicity, because of our origin, because of anything except for what we do. We are the best of people because of what we do. And obviously it means that if you stop doing that, then we are no longer the best of people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you are the best of people, you have been sent for a purpose, and the purpose is to do amar bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar, to order and enjoin good and to stop everything which is evil. My brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala linked this to our being in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us for this purpose, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge us on whether we fulfilled the purpose for which He sent us into this world. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our shortcomings and to enable us to do that which He sent us for. My brothers and sisters, what is Amar bil Maruf and Nahy anil Munkar? Amar bil Maruf is to enjoin everything which is good and positive and healthy and which is the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, in Islam there is no contradiction between these two things. Islam does not order anything which is intrinsically bad, and Islam does not permit anything which is intrinsically good. Islam does not permit anything which is intrinsically bad, and Allah does not prohibit anything which is intrinsically good. All the prohibitions in Islam are based on their innate and inherent evil, and all permissions in Islam are based on their inherent goodness. So this is what the Muslim has been sent to do. The question is, which I ask myself, is am I doing that? Am I prohibiting evil and am I permitting good? The issue of what we need to do is simple enough. For example, take backbiting for example. Riba. Backbiting is intrinsically bad, is inherently bad, it is prohibited in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala equated it to eating the flesh of your dead brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you find it disgusting. He said it's even worse than that. In Surah Al-Hujurat, see the ayat. Rasulullah was walking down the street with some of the Sahaba. They found a dead donkey on a garbage pile. Nabi Sallallahu said, would any of you like to eat from this? And they said, Ya Rasulullah, who would like to eat from this? Nabi Sallallahu said, they speak about your brothers, to backbite, to speak ill about them is worse than eating from this, because it's like eating from the flesh of your dead brother, which is the example that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave. Now, brothers and sisters, the question is, we know all this, right? I don't think there is any Muslim living who will say that backbiting is a good thing. They might have some confusion about a particular thing and say, well, is this backbiting? I know I am saying this about my mother-in-law, I am saying this about my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my friend or whoever. Does that amount to backbiting? They might have a question about that. But if you ask them, backbiting, is it a good thing or not? They will say, that's a stupid question, dumb question. How can backbiting be good? The question is, if that is so, why do you do it? And remember what we said, which is that the one who does it, the one who listens to it, the one who's sitting there and doing nothing are all equal before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why are you doing it? Or why are you listening to it? And why are you still sitting there in that room while backbiting is going on? And the answer is, that is our socialization process. This is what we have been taught. Never to disagree, never to be a wet blanket, never to say something which, but it's okay, it's a little harmless thing people were doing, and you spoiled the fun, you are a party pooper. Now, all of this is what promotes sin. And it's something which people will say, oh, you're so self-righteous, you're a bloody mullah, because for anything we do, anything we have fun, you got a problem with that. You made everything haram. Huh? Now they don't look at the fact that what they're doing is haram. I didn't make it haram, you didn't make it haram. It is actually haram. You do it, you want to do it, and you don't like somebody who tells you don't do it, because when somebody is telling you not to do it, he's not doing it for his benefit, he's doing it for your benefit, but you don't want to see that, because you don't want to see the harm that you're doing to yourself by indulging in that thing which you are doing. So what do? We fall into this trap. We get socialized and we keep our mouths shut, where we should have opened our mouths and said, look, what is happening here is haram, this is disgusting, this is something which is bad, which is evil. We're bad talking people who are not here, who can't defend themselves. This breaks up the ummah, this breaks up our brotherhood. It creates rifts between people. All of this. I can't say enough about the evil of backbiting. But we don't say any of that, right? We don't say this. We just sit and we listen and so on. And somebody says, oh yeah, what could I do? The point is that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us in the hadith of Abu Sayyid al-Khudri, which I mentioned before, that the least that you can do is to hate the thing in your heart. And the sign of hatred of something is that you get up and go away. Imagine if there is a nasty smell. What do? You sit there and you keep taking deep breaths, or you get up, you hold your nose and you say, this I can't take, I'm out of here. What do you do? And if you don't do that, if you're sitting there and breathing happily, then it means that you really don't hate that thing you're just saying you hate it, because that again is part of socialization. You're supposed to say that you're saying it. My brothers and sisters, remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us for the purpose of enjoining good and forbidding evil. Allah did not send us for any other purpose. He sent us for this purpose, because when we say ubudiyya, what is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ? What is the ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It is to obey Allah and to promote the obedience of Allah. It is to prevent the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are not going to do that, then we are not fulfilling the purpose of our own existence. And then what will we answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So beware of socialization. Beware of falling into this trap of so-called good manners. It is not good manners to permit the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala jalla jalaluhu. All good manners is to promote the obedience of Allah. Good manners is not to promote the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good manners is to promote the sunnah of Rasulullah. Good manners is not to promote the disobedience of the sunnah, or to keep silent when the sunnah is being broken. My brothers and sisters, I don't care who likes it, who does not like it. The fact is that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us to do. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us about. So let us fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is worthy of being feared, worthy of the fact that we should be worried about whether He's pleased with us or not. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the muttaqeen and to give us the backbone to stand up against anything which is munkar, anything which is evil, anything which is the disobedience of Allah and which goes against the sunnah of His Habib Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyil kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi.